Categorized as a Schedule 1 Class B drug, cannabis is said to have no medicinal value and attracts up to 5 years of imprisonment. The government's response to an official petition made it clear that there were no intentions to legalize the drug. But for patients like David Hibbett, who was diagnosed with terminal cancer a few years ago, cannabis is a life-saving medicine. David is now cancer-free and favours medical legalisation.
I just want the doctors to be able to prescribe it for now. Because I think if we fight for legalisation like we are doing now, the government shouldn't. You got no chance, I don't think, for Conservative government to go and do it, not full legalisation. So I just think if you go for it on medical grounds, then the people who need it can get it. And then the ones who want it for recreational use, personally, I don't see any of them struggling to get hold of it. If they want to go get 20 bag of weed or whatever, if they do, they know where to go. It's the ones that are poorly where struggle to get it. So that's my stance. It should be medical for now. You can see the argument why people think cannabis should be legalised if people are allowed to drink alcohol. But like I say, me personally, I just want it there for people that are poorly.
A Labour debate broadcast on Sky News in early September saw MPs arguing on concerns with decriminalising cannabis. While Yvette Cooper advocated clinical trials for the drug, Liz Kendall contested concerns over smoking and mental disorders.
I think that we have a process for deciding about medicines and safe medicines, and it includes a whole load of drugs that aren't available legally outside the medicines process. So I think you should just have exactly the same standards apply. If you've got any kind of drug or any kind of thing which has a clear medicinal benefit, then it should go through the normal processes just like any other kind of drug and do it that way.
So far, the evidence on this, is not clear. For many people who are suffering from MS and other conditions, they feel it helps, but many doctors are concerned about some of the problems, particularly for young people and the links with psychosis. And if you're smoking the cannabis for medicinal purposes, some of the implications are the same as if you're smoking tobacco. I think the National Institute for Clinical Excellence is the right body to make any decisions on this. I think there should be proper trials, though.
Implement schools and education systems.
Abby Hughes has been campaigning for cannabis legalisation with the United Patients Alliance. She is an endometriosis patient and argues that cannabis itself does not aid mental health problems.
Cannabis can't cause schizophrenia. If you have a predisposition to schizophrenia already, you will have to have a trigger that sets off your schizophrenia. That trigger might be cannabis for some people, but it might not be for others. Alcohol could be that trigger for some people, but it wouldn't be for others. A traumatic experience could be the trigger for one person, but it wouldn't be for another. And in which case you as a person perhaps would look at either getting cannabis out of your lifestyle or looking at a strain that's got a different compound makeup. So something that's maybe more high in CBD than THC, if you're finding it's the high that's giving you those schizophrenic symptoms. Each person to their own. Again, it's not in the Sativex leaflet that cannabis will cause schizophrenia. So why is that such a common myth? If GW Pharmaceuticals aren't going to say that, then why would anyone else say it?
While patients are favouring cannabis legalisation for medicinal use, there are mixed feelings toward recreational use of the drug. Experts highlight that there are studies indicating the negative effects of regular and heavy cannabis use leading to mental impairments. But they also argue that just like tobacco and alcohol, the market for cannabis needs to be regulated with stronger regulation laws in place.